Hi everyone, just want to thank you for stopping by and give you some more details of what's been going on and what's in the future. I have had to write some notes for myself because there's a lot of little details and nuances to things that went on that I didn't want to skip or miss because then it might not make sense. So if you see me glancing down, that's why. Bear with me. So after I left the farm, I moved myself, Picasso, and Phoenix to a small home where we were for a few years. During that time, I'm working at a spa, I'm doing pet sitting, and I'm working on building my credit score because I decided I really do want to buy a home. And there's a rural home loan type thing that's available for my area. And so I was trying to qualify, I am trying to qualify for that. So working on that and just kind of living day to day. Then February, this is all of 2020, I'm looking back at some emails that I had overlooked somehow. Not a new thing for me, but this time it was a critical time that wasn't a good time for it to happen. But the email was from my landlord, and it said that the owner of the home that I'm staying in has decided they want to sell the house. They don't want to rent it anymore. They're going to put it on the market, and that I need to find a place to stay. I need to move, and I need to be out by April 1st. So, that's all fine and good, but that email was 3 weeks old. So that means that I had missed 3 weeks of finding a place to live. Where I live, rent isn't cheap. It's kind of a resort type of area, vacation rental type area. So I knew I would have a tough time finding something to rent there that's in my price range where they allow pets. And then possibly that would, do the month-to-month thing because I'm going to be buying a home and hopefully I won't be needing a whole year to lease a place. So, after a couple of weeks, I find a place to rent. It's in my price range. They're willing to do the month-to-month thing. Pets are okay. I can't believe the luck that I found to find a place so quickly. I secure the movers. I tell my current landlord everything's set up. I'll be out April 1st. Everything just fell into place. And let's see. About this time, it's all over the news about this C virus. And I'm about 3 weeks from my move date. And so I get a call from the new landlord, and she informs me that due to this C virus, her son needs the rental house and she can't rent it to me. So now I have 2 weeks to find a home in my price range, month to month, with 2 pets. But I find a place higher in price than I want to pay, more than I'm comfortable with, but I agreed to do it because I know it's short term. Finally, everything is lined up. The move is about a week away. Then I get a call from this landlord. Really? Guys, you're not going to believe it, but she needs the house for her daughter who has lost her job. But wait, there's more. Later that day, I get a call from the movers. I'm thinking it's to confirm the move. Nope. It's to cancel any moving activity due to the sea bug. So now I have no place to live and no one to move me wherever I was going to go. But by this time, salons are closing, hotels, everything is closing. So now I find myself out of a job, and all my pet sits from that point forward canceled because everybody canceled their vacations. So I was completely out of work. I had no idea where I was going to go, had no idea what I was going to do, how I was going to get moved, get my things in storage. Looking back, the stress was really, really high. I don't think I realized how much stress I was under at that time. And I started kind of putting all my camping gear in one spot, thinking that maybe I was going to have to camp until I found a place to live. The only thing with that is I knew I couldn't put Phoenix and Picasso through that. But somehow I still felt something was going to work out. You know, I just had this feeling, but I really had no idea what or how or anything. You know, I sometimes I prayed so much that when I got done and said amen, only then did I realize my cheeks were wet. Ever pray that deep? I sure did. So April 1st comes around. I'm not ready to move. I still need about 3 more days. And my landlord was gracious enough to grant me those 3 more days. And I moved my whole house to the storage unit. On the very last day, one of my dear friends came with her kids and helped me move all the big furniture and the things that I couldn't do by myself. That was the most valuable 3 hours to me, and I'm so grateful for it, because I don't know what I would have done had they not been there for me. So I then receive a call from some friends saying, hey, we can't rent out our vacation rental right now, so why don't you come and stay in it, relax there for a little bit until all these things cool off, and you find a place and whatever, or they open the borders back up, whatever. So I found myself in this beautiful vacation rental on a rushing creek with outside dining and sitting platforms, rock fireplaces. It was just beautiful. I'll try to leave a link in the description if you want to take a look at the place I got to stay. It was just amazing. I mean, flowers, plants, archways. It was just beautiful. And I was there for 2 glorious months. And I needed that rest. That time of rest was very valuable because of everything that had happened so far. But I still had to find a place to rent. Now, across from that house where I was staying, there were 2 empty houses that looked kind of cute. So I went to the house beside them and asked the gentleman that lived there if he knew anything about those 2 houses. And he said, he explained to me what he knew about the houses. They basically weren't available. And he said, what are you looking for? So I kind of explained to him what I needed, you know, the month-to-month thing, the pets thing, the whole, you know, all that crap. And he said, hold on a minute. He picks up his phone, calls a guy. He says, hey, man, you got a place? This guy must have said, yep. Send her over. And he goes, okay, here's the guy's number. Give him a call. So I immediately gave the guy a call. We met up. The place was pricier again than I am really comfortable with spending. But I needed to get out by June 11th because things were starting to open back up and vacation rentals were starting to pick back up again. So I had to get out. I was not going to tie up my friend's house by staying there. So I accepted this place and I rented it and decided I was just going to leave all my things in storage because I knew this would be another temporary spot for me. So why move all the things from storage twice? So I just took all the essentials that I needed to set up this house and not have to have everything unloaded here and all that stuff. So it just seemed like the easiest thing to do for now. So then July 24th comes. What a wonderful day. I get a letter, my letter of eligibility for my loan. Everything's set. Oh my gosh, I'm almost there. The end is close. And I can call my realtor and start looking for a home. So that's what I do. Get with my realtor. We go see some places. I find a place that, you know, I can make it work. Not my dream place, but, you know, I'll make it work. I put an offer on it, and the offer was accepted. Good deal. Easy. So the closing was set for like October. But 24 hours later, you'll never believe what happened. I'm laughing now. I wasn't laughing then. I receive an email from the loan officer that basically says, the loan that you've been approved for, they have run out of funding for this type of loan, and there's no funding available till after the first of the year. If you find a seller who is willing to push the closing of the house out towards after the first of the year, then you can proceed with your loan. Well, I don't know a seller that would be willing to hold off on a closing 4 months. Craziness. So I immediately called my realtor, told her what happened, and she's so good, she made it easy. She got me out of the loan and you know, all that stuff realtors do. Now I'm in a home, renting a home for longer than I planned to stay, paying more than I was hoping for. You know, I'm gonna have to tighten up my spending. I had to do it, no choice. So that's what I did. I just buckled down and did what I had to do. And I just prayed to find a home where I'm supposed to be. I just don't know where my roots are. But I'll tell you what, that letter made the blood really rush from my face. I was really glad I was sitting down. So after all that happening, I gave myself a little time to think, and I came to the conclusion that maybe my time here in Georgia is over. Maybe this is a way of being told that I'm supposed to be with my family, and that's why things fell apart. And maybe I'm meant to be someplace else where my family is. And you know, it's hard not knowing what's next. It's hard not knowing when different things keep changing and they're happening so fast. You know, you wrap your head around one set of events that have happened, and before you know it, something else, there's another curveball and a curveball. Anyway, so I came to the conclusion that you know, my time here, but I can't imagine not living in the Appalachian Mountains. Like, this has been my home, and I love it here. But maybe there's other plans for me. So I start thinking about this idea that maybe I'm really meant to start a new adventure on an island 1,000 miles away in PR, Puerto Rico, Borinquen, where my roots are. Wow. That's a hard thing to wrap my head around. But I still really start thinking about this and toying with the idea. I mean, how bad are beaches year-round? Cliffs and caves and passion fruit and coconuts and sunshine. Fresh fish. Okay. I really started thinking about it. And then you throw family on top of that. It's starting to sound like a trade-off I can live with. So, I make up my mind I'm supposed to be in Puerto Rico. I go all in. I'm selling furniture, donating winter clothes. I had a 65-gallon bag of winter clothes that I donated. Nobody should have that much winter clothes. That's ridiculous. But anyway, sold washer, dryer, sofa, entertainment center, TVs, chairs, accessories, gone, 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 gone. Things gone, sold. And now I start focusing on looking up shipping companies to ship the rest of my things that I'm keeping to Puerto Rico. And I'm getting my plans in order. But I'm still a few months out from being able to make a move and do all that. But I'm making the plans and trying to follow through. And then some friends one evening invite me out to dinner. And during dinner, they present to me an idea of how I can purchase a home, and that they had found something that might work for me. They laid out a plan. Guys, I just couldn't refuse it. I couldn't refuse it. They laid out this whole idea, and my mind was blown, and I couldn't refuse it. So for now, my plans for Puerto Rico are on hold. Because I have learned that things can change. The way everything has happened, so much can change so quickly. So I'm just saying for now. But I bought a house. Guys. Now don't get too excited. Don't get too excited. It's a fixer-upper. It's a mobile fixer-upper. Needs a lot of work. But I see potential. And it has a great yard that I can just feel that at one time this yard was really loved, and I want to love it back to life. So I'm sharing all this with you because, guys, life can really throw you a lot of curveballs that we have to navigate through the best way we can, and some of the outcomes that we plan and think are the plan aren't the plan. Not at all. And we just have to leave it to that higher being, higher power, because we just never know how it's going to go. Life is very fluid, and we need to learn to go with that ebb and flow of it. So if you want to follow this new journey, this unexpected series of fortunate and unfortunate events that have happened, please give that thumbs up, a little love tap, and hit the follow button and follow me so you can see the latest videos. And oh my God, guys, I ended up buying a house. So the next video is going to be the walkthrough. Thanks for following me on this crazy journey. I still can't believe it myself, but thank you so much. Bye.